Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Mike DeBoard, president of B3 Sciences. Tonight, we're going to share with you a unique and very interesting way to watch anti-aging happening in your body with what you're doing in elevating growth hormone. Now, what is the aging process? Well, the easiest way to understand it is as you get older, you see things change in your body. You see skin composition changes. We're going to talk about that. You see body composition changes. We'll talk about that a little bit. But the main thing we're going to talk about tonight is how you can actually look at your skin to see if aging is happening. Now, here's what's interesting. If your skin is aging and it's not youthful, your heart is not youthful. Your brain is not youthful, your bones are not youthful, and your joints are not youthful. Why? Because they are all part of the same system. And here's the challenge, right? We talk about this a lot at B3 Sciences. Your growth hormone slows down. Now, if you let this happen and you function on the growth hormone of a chronological age of 30, 40, or 50, 60, you're going to age and you're going to feel that. The way you balance that, and as you look at that chart, here's what I want you to think. I'm going to keep that growth hormone level above that 600 mark, or I'm going to keep it around the age of 30, meaning I'm never going to operate in my life on the chronological age of my growth hormone. I'm 60. Let me tell you, everyone, you might have heard me say this. I have no interest in feeling like a 60-year-old, functioning like a 60-year-old, looking like a 60-year-old, and having the skin of a 60-year-old. So what do I have to do? I have to promote growth hormone. And there's only one way to do this naturally, unless you want to spend thousands a month and take risky, bad side effects, synthetic hormones. The way to do this is you balance it with high-intensity exercise. But look, we all got the same challenges, right? It's long, it's hard, okay? And heavy weightlifting is very detrimental to the physical body. Hence the breakthrough. Now, everybody knows what B3 bands do. It slows down the blood flow, which reduces the oxygen, so that now exercise becomes dramatically more efficient. You can now achieve a significant fatigue and feel the burn in a fraction of the time. Now, why is that important? Well, we all know that if we feel the burn for 1, 2, and an optimal 3 minutes, we get 3 minutes of burn, we're going to surge growth hormone and we're going to get results. And what did it do for me? Changed my workouts from 45 minutes down to 10 minutes. And here's exactly what it does in the human body. This is one of the studies. It elevates growth hormone. Now, this is not a small bump in growth hormone. This is not like doing intermittent fasting or taking arginine at night or doing other great therapies. Keep doing them if you're doing them, by the way. This is a whole different world, right? These therapies out there that promote growth hormone naturally, let's call that a 1X. You can 5 to 10X your growth hormone. In my opinion, 5 to 10 times any other thing that you could possibly do if you can do vigorous exercise. And here's the study proving it. So here's me at 52 years old, right? I got 3 joints replaced. I'm stressed. I'm tired. I can no longer lift heavy enough weights, work out long enough and hard enough to produce 3 or 4 minutes of lactic acid. Hence, I'm now operating on the growth hormone of a guy at 52 years old. Let me tell you something. I felt it. Here's what changed. The bands. The bands took me back to a level of growth hormone that I had when I was 25 or 30 years old. And I'm going to go back to my skin response test, and you're probably going to look at it and you're going to go, yeah, that's exactly right. I know for a fact that when I snap that skin and it snaps back, I'm on the growth hormone of a 25 or 30-year-old. Now, you need building blocks that hold your skin together. Your skin kind of has a matrix structure. It's got water, it's got nutrients, and it has collagen. So I combined elevating growth hormone with having the building blocks in the skin. You see, the growth hormone is going to make that skin younger. The building blocks are going to hold it in place. You want structure and flexibility and elasticity in your skin. So I went back in time 20 years. So tonight, what you want to consider is you need to make sure you're getting these 4 key nutrients. And then you're going to be able to measure it and watch the results. That's what's great. You're going to be able to do this test and watch the changes. The 4 key nutrients in START are collagen, essential fats, vitamins, and minerals. Now, collagen's everywhere. So if your skin is snapping back fast, that means your bones, your brain, your organs, your cardiovascular system is also durable, pliable, flexible, right? You want strong bones. You want flexible cardiovascular blood vessels. You want a healthy, vibrant brain. Here's the signs of collagen deficiency: arthritis and joint pain, slow wound healing, brittle nails, decreased bone density, wrinkles, and sagging skin. That's the number one way you're going to know. Now, let's look at the skin, everyone. Okay, over on the left, right, you got the cuticle, that's the top part, and then the main outer part of the skin is the epidermis, but the epidermis is held in place by the dermis layer underneath. This is what forms the structure. In that dermis layer is water, hyaluronic acid, elastin, and collagen. And what happens with aging skin is that layer underneath, imagine the box spring is no longer supporting the mattress. So the mattress starts to lose its flexibility. That's how you know when you snap the skin. That middle part there, that dermal layer, is what gives it the elasticity. And when you have low growth hormone, your body does not repair that flexible layer. It's a known fact. You've got to maintain elevated growth hormone. Look what else happens. Anybody have cellulite on their body? Same thing is happening that happens on your skin. That middle flexible layer breaks down, and then the skin starts to drop into the pits where that layer breaks down, and you get cellulite. Let's go back to the simple test. This is a way to measure the rebound. And here is right out of Skin.Software Journal, their skin elasticity manual. Okay, one of the most respected companies in America. Up to 30 years old, okay, you should pull the skin, hold it for 5 seconds, let it go. And in 1 to 2 seconds, it should completely flatten out. At 30 to 44 years old, it should take 5 to 9 seconds. I'm going to put myself in the 5 to 9 category. I'm actually 60, but I'm going to put myself in the lower category. It should take me 5 to 9 seconds to completely restore. So what you want to measure, it's going to snap back and then it's going to flatten back out. And I'm going to even show you how to do it upside down if you really want to see an interesting test. So these are normals. Most people in their 40s and 50s and 60s are accepting the fact that your skin is already breaking down. Now, if your skin is snapping back at 4, 5, 6 seconds, what do you think's happening to your blood vessels? They are also losing their elasticity. What do you think's happening to your heart and your lungs? That's all connective tissue. Your lungs is losing the elasticity. What do you think's happening to your brain? The collagen matrix and connective tissue in your brain is also breaking down. So when you do this and you improve it and you get a skin snap test that is fast, you can take confidence that the same thing is happening inside your body. You are getting younger. And that's repeat. How do we do this? How do we at 50 or 60 years old have the skin snap test of a person under 30? Okay, let's go back. How do we get in this 1 to 2 range? You see, that's where I want to be. I want to function like somebody who's 30 years or younger. I want to make sure all my vital organs in my brain and my heart and my blood vessels are functioning like a 30 years old. And I want my joints and my ligaments and my tendons and my muscles to also be very pliable and flexible. Okay. So again, we do that. Number one, you have to elevate growth hormone, right? You can take collagen products and they will have a 1x response, but they are necessary. But if you add elevated growth hormone, now it's a 5x. Now, why is this collagen product we make so important and so powerful? Because if you're taking collagen, you are probably in the 99% of the companies out there who are just feeding you bulk collagen. You see, there's 4 or 5 suppliers in the whole world of bulk collagen. They're all getting it from the same place, right? But I found a company 15 years ago that extracts peptides out of the collagen. It takes the 10 grams of collagen and produces 2 grams of very targeted peptides that your body will actually use. In studies, this Verisol peptide that's in B3 Start has been proven to stimulate skin elasticity and help cellulite. Exactly what I'm teaching you tonight. You don't have to wonder when you rub a cream on or do all this other stuff if your body actually needs that, because the skin needs a very specific peptide. It's a different peptide than the cartilage in your body and the bone in your body. And these are proven in human studies. So let's go back. I'm now going to shatter all the norms out there with B3 and with you. Let's go back one more time here. This is the norms, okay? We're going to have a whole different level of testing. We're not going to accept the norms. In this company, we don't accept feeling 55. We accept being 55, but feeling 35. We accept being 70 and feeling like we're 40. And to do that, I want you to shoot for a target of these tests, okay? If you're up to 30 years old, less than 1 second. Normal is 1 to 2. 30 to 44 years old, 3 to 5 seconds is normal. I want you to snap back in 1 second and completely flatten out. I'm going to put myself in the 45 to 59 category. I apologize, that should say 59. And I'm going to shoot for 1 to 2 seconds. Normal's 5 to 9. So I am going to reduce my skin elasticity by 80%. I'm not interested in 5 to 9. I want to be up there with that 30-year-old group or that 35-year-old group. And as you get older, these are the numbers that you're going to use. Now, when you do this, you're going to be very interested to see, as you check this during the day, depending on when you take your B3 start, how well you're hydrated, and when you did your last BFR session, you're going to notice that this will change. And I would have never believed this because they say it takes 6 to 8 weeks to see a change. Well, to see a very substantial change, yes, but I literally see mine change on a daily basis. Now, the way you do this with the bands, here's what I do. I take B3 Start in the morning. I get approximately 4 to 5 grams of targeted collagen peptides, along with other great nutrients. And then at night, I drink the B3 Start free about 5 nights a week. Occasionally, I don't get it. So I'm getting approximately 8 to 10 grams a day of targeted. That's like getting 40 grams of bulk collagen, which would be very difficult. Now, I'm going to come back to these slides here, and I want to go back to the screen. And I want to show it to you one more time. I'm 60 years old. This should not happen. This right here should go 5 to 9 seconds. I'm going to show you what it should do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's normal. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you what mine is. Everybody look. That's less than a second. I have the skin response test of probably somebody 30 years old. Now, let me tell you what else I have. I have the energy of a 30-year-old. Other than some arthritis, which is permanent, I function like a 30-year-old. I have a strength of a 30-year-old. I have the vitality of a 30-year-old. And this is a perfect way for you to watch it. Now, I want to show you something else. Okay, look at this. I'm going to turn it upside down for you. Let me get it there. And I'm even going to do it upside down. I'm going to take gravity into account. Look at that skin snapping back. There's another way to test it. Okay, so you're going to see me talking about this more because we need to teach this to people. And I'm telling you, there's days when if I miss my start, occasionally I miss a workout, I don't drink some water, and it goes like this: 1, 2, 3. The slowest I have is 1. The fastest I have is what I have got tonight, which is boom, snaps right back. I did my BFR about 2 to 3 hours ago, so my growth hormone surging. I've already had 2 servings today of B3 start, and I've been doing that consistently now. I've been on a great routine now for about 7-8 days since I got back from my travels. So one more time, I want everybody to do that. And I'd like, if some of you want to share your results of what you're seeing, look at that, everyone, boom. And you see it in my skin, right? I've got these deep grooves here, but I don't have the skin structure, skin pliability, and this thin skin of most 80-year-olds. What does that tell me? That tells me I don't have the brain of a 60-year-old. I don't have the heart tissue of a 60-year-old. My blood vessels are not rigid and hardening of the arteries like a 60-year-old. Because if this is doing this, all the rest of my body, right? Any joints that I have, ligaments, tendons that aren't completely destroyed from all the years of weightlifting, right? They are much younger than they would normally be. So one last thing here. Now, I want to help you to try this out yourself. Let me get to this right here. And then we're going to go to some topics. Okay, so to help you out, what I want you to do is I want you to get, and you start twice a day. Now, if it doesn't work for you and you don't absolutely love it, I want you to send me back 2 empty jars and we're going to buy them back from me. It's a 30-day money back guarantee. But Larry's been doing this. Most of the doctors on here are doing this. To help you, we're doing free shipping on 2 or more of the products. And that's a 24-hour special for being on the call. So just email or contact Big Mike at support and let him know, hey, I was on the skin test call. And join the fun. I'm going to start posting this. I'm going to post my results on the Facebook group and make sure that everybody out there starts learning about this.